I miss Michael and Whitney and Tina and James and the Fugees and Lauren. I miss Kurt Cobain. I miss Stevie. I wonder will things be the same. I miss music. Hey, hey. I miss watching the countdowns when videos played. I miss One Love, imagine if purple still rain. I miss TLC, Aerosmith, Biggie and Sting. I miss music. Hey, hey. Oh, what am I gonna sing to? What am I gonna sing to without you? Let me know who sings that song. I'll give out a shout out next week's Love and Hip Hop Hollywood review. Now, speaking of shouts out from last week, I want to give a few shout outs to a few people, darling. Shouts out to my girl, Deshani Harrigan. One song that I was singing in my review was Kurt Franklin. And I also asked a few other artists that was in this Kurt Franklin song. And the song was Kurt Franklin, Lean on Me. And she mentioned Crystal Lewis, R. Kelly, Mary J. Blige. Yes. Also, the one and only Spilling All the Tea. Another song that I was, well, rapping in last week's review, trying to spit or whatever, was More Money, More Problems by Puff Daddy, Mace, Kelly Price, and Taurus B.I.G. 96, darling. Let's see. Also, my girl Ty Bivens, More Money, More Problems. Yes, that's my song. And also, she said Lean on Me from the New Nation Project 1998 album. Yes. And she mentioned Kurt Franklin, Bono, Mary J. Blige, and Chester the Child Molester. Talk about R. Kelly. Let's see. Is that it? My girl Nisha D. Hey Nisha. Lean on Me, Kurt Franklin, Mary J. Blige, R. Kelly, The Family, Bono, and Crystal Lewis. They have fucking sang, child. Okay. So yes, okay. So jumping right into this review of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Y'all, what we gonna do about Hazel? What we gonna do about Hazel? I've tried. She don't listen to me. Hazel don't listen to nobody. Hazel is really doing the absolute most with the least amount of talent, least amount of sense, least amount of wigs, the least. Oh my god. So Hazel's meeting up with her more prettier mother. I didn't get to get her mother's name, and she's meeting up with Denzel. I was looking around, who the hell Denzel? And apparently, her man, her little boy toy, Rose Burgundy, his actual name is Denzel. I was like, child, whatever. So they're talking, shooting the shit. The mama, this is the first time Hazel has introduced them. So they say, the mom was just like, okay, so what are your intentions with my daughter? Like, what's T? What you trying to do? He was just like, you know what? I mean, I'm just trying to be with her, whatever. The mama asked, what's your job, occupation? And the guy was just like, basically, I just work with her. I make sure she good. I make sure, her weave is tight. That's a fail. I make sure, her makeup is on point. That's a fail, too. What are you doing, Rose? Um, and he was just like, I'm basically just, helping her, yada, to yada. And the mom was just like, okay, you need your own job, your own money. Hazel, he was just like, well, he works for me, and yada, to yada, it is what it is. And then Rose Burgundy started to get a little, puffy in the chest. He started to feel himself. He started to feel some kind of way. He was just like, yeah, because, all the hits that Hazel got or whatever, I wrote them and all this. And he was like, basically, I created you. And he's basically picking up some of Hazel bad personality traits. I was just like, what the hell? And then he ended up excusing himself. The mom was just like, "Are you serious with this guy? Like, what is really going on? Like, he ain't got no real job." Hazel, he was just like, "I just don't want to be with somebody like on my level because then I'm gonna have to cater to them, rub their feet, yada yada yada." Hazel done been done wrong by so many men, people in general in her life, but so many men in particular that she don't even. She just wants somebody, a fixer upper. She just wants somebody who's up underneath her so that she can control them and tell them what to do, like a child, pretty much. But you just get to sleep with them. Um, so this she don't want somebody who's quote unquote on her level. I don't know what that means, but there's a lot of shit in Hazel's head that none of us get. So whatever. Um, she was just like, I basically like I don't want nobody that's got any sense, basically. And the mom was just like, okay, what about Booby? She started going on and on about Booby and about how he's this and that. And I mentioned Booby to my mom one time and all this. I was like, yeah, I know it's just one time that you mentioned Booby, crazy ass. And she was just like, I don't know, we're just trying to work it out. Mom was just like, well, I'm praying for your ass, and that's it. So pushing on over to Keyshia Cole. Um, Keyshia Cole, she had a scene with her cousin Marquita, I think. Marquita, something like that. But anyway, basically Zell Swag and Marquita had was basically getting together and trying to hook Keyshia Cole up on a date. And so Keyshia Cole called Booby over to the house so that he can babysit. And she was just like, look, I got a date. You need to babysit the baby. Thanks for doing your job as a father. But I'm finna go and zip it and do it and, be a whole woman. And he was just like, well, what do you think you got on? Yada to the yada. Keisha was just like, you ain't my daddy. You ain't my brother. You ain't my cousin. Like, who is you, like, trying to tell me what to, wear and stuff? And he made a few comments and saying that you don't need to be out here wild and this and that. And Keyshia Cole was just like, weren't you the one that cheated on me? Oh, okay. But Booby said something very interesting to me. He said, I'm happy that Keisha throwing shots at me right now, but I'm happy that she's not throwing bottles and all this kind of crazy stuff. So Keisha used to beat the shit out of Booby. I believe it. She used to take whole fire extinguishers and popped his ass beside the head every morning. Bing. I believe it. After he cheated, Keisha whooped that man's ass. So he was just like, okay, I'll go with the baby. I'll take the baby yada to the yada. So we get to the little date. She's on a date with some guy named Joanna Man, which is one of my favorite movies. His name was actually Jawan, y'all. So Joanna Man. Um, so he Keisha Cole asked, how did my cousin meet you? And he was just like, well, I slid in her DMs. I knew she was your cousin. And so I was just like, I just wanted a date. And the cousin went for it. The guy was kind of funny. Keisha Cole was just like, look, I'm looking for something real. And one thing that bothers me about y'all men is that it's always glitter and gold in the beginning. But then, towards the end, that's when y'all want to fuck up and be grand and be somebody else. And she was just like, why can't you just be that way in the beginning? He was like, and all the time have I known you? Have I switched up? She was like, I just met you. He was like, in the 5 minutes of me knowing you. So, he was funny and everything. He seemed cool, but, it wasn't for Keisha. And Keisha Cole said she's not looking for a man. She's looking for love. And I feel you on that, sis. Hey, aren't we all? So, they get up and left. It was kind of cute scene. Lyrical and Brooke meet up to talk and have a conversation. One thing I've noticed about Brooke is that she kind of got a smart mouth at times, and she makes certain comments that make you want to reach out and touch her, but you don't legit have a real reason to dislike her. But I mean, she's cool, but you kind of just like, I don't know about you. I feel like she's frenemies with a lot of girls. As much as she, probably claims that she rides with the girls and all that kind of stuff, I don't think she do. I don't think she has that many female friends because she's very just snappity snap. But anyway, they'll probably pull her hair out, but it's put in too good, and yeah, so she's snatched. Brooke is snatched. She is a bird and all that, but she snatched. Yes, God. So anyway, and she meet up with Lyrical. Here come Lyrical around the corner with her rooster's nest on her head. Lyrical started to tell Brooke about what happened last week, and she was just like, "Yeah, Zell pushed me out the way by accident. It wasn't by accident, bitch. Zell pushed you, but we'll let it go since you like Zell. Zell clearly saw you in front of him because you was in front of him the whole entire time. What he did was push your ass out the way to try to get to Mr. Ray. And for what reason? Ray wasn't trying to fight him. Like he's the type of person that Zell is the type of person that you can't talk to because he's gonna try. He's gonna throw shots the whole time. He's gonna make you throw something at him or make you want to hit him, and that's all he wants anyway is to fight. He can't. He's not the articulating type, if that's a word. I know articulate is a type and all the good stuff, but the articulating, whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. He's not articulate. And clearly I ain't either. So we're gonna let it go. So articulate. Is that a word? Shit. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna say it about 10 more times. I'm sure. So anyway, he's belligerent. I can say that one. He's belligerent. And Brooke was just like, "Child, you helping the homeless and all this kind of stuff." Brooke was just like, Lyrica was just like, "What? I saw some tension with you at my party with Hazel and all that." She was just like, "As long as I've been on this earth, as I live and as I breathe, I don't know that woman." Apparently, Hazel claims she's from Houston. I thought she was from LA. Or whatever. Hazel changes faces and wigs every other day, so who damn knows? Um, so she was just like, "Child, ain't nothing but a G thing with that woman. Like I ain't thinking about her, and she's just crazy as hell. And I heard that she's a scammer, and she ain't shit. And Lyrical and her are cool. Lyrical and Hazel. She was just like, maybe you should get to know her. She was like, maybe not. Um, so they briefly talk about Booby. She was just like, "Yeah, Marcus came in the other week trying to check me, and I read him. Then Marcus stormed off, and then I end up licking Booby in the mouth." And Lyrical was just like, "What? What's going on?" She was like, "Gosh, all dolls." But you come into his little showcase later on or whatever. She's like, "Yeah." I was just like, "Oh Lord, Booby has a showcase for his music." God damn. Okay. So we have AD, which is Moniece's lady friend, girlfriend, whatever, partner in life, partner in this journey, darling, trying to make it. Um, Monique AD has some kind of apparel line, shoe line, or whatever, and her models, of course, include Moniece, Nia, Fizz, because neither one of those people have anything to do, clearly. Um, and it was supposed to be Tiffany, I believe, but Tiffany ended up arriving late. Apparently, Moniece is kind of on this whole bury the hatchet, get over things, I'm sorry, you sorry type of mission moment. Um, and so she was just like, Tiffany was just like, "Look, if you want to apologize, I'll apologize to your ass." And she was just like, "You know what? I'm waiting for your apology. I came here so that you can give me an apology." That's what Monique said to Tiffany. I hollered. What kind of Moniece? I know you ain't think that shit was gonna go well. Who says that, Moniece? And I'll probably do some petty shit like that too if I. But if I really wanted to get over something, I'd just be like, "Okay, I was tripping, you was tripping. Let's just let it go. Let's just go out to eat. Ugh, let's just eat. You can solve anything by food, anything." Um, So her and Tiffany ended up getting into an argument. Moniece sat down. Tiffany ended up picking up shit trying to throw at her. Of course, they wouldn't let her. Moniece was just like, "You're a classless whore. You're trash," and yada to the yada. It was just a mess. Um, and AD was just like, "This is about me. Both of y'all is talking yada to the yada." We find out that AD been going around talking shit about Moniece to Tiffany, and been talking shit about Tiffany to Moniece, which is her best friend, Tiffany. So it's just back and forth constant. The source of the issue is AD. AD is a mess box, looking like Justin Bieber. So a little later on, they had a scene where it was Moniece and AD. They're talking, and AD said that Moniece is very demanding and controlling and manipulative and spiteful, and I believe all that shit. Um, But it definitely takes two to mess up a relationship. I'll say that. For the most part, unless they're just a whore and it's just uncontrollable or some crazy shit like that, then it's just all them, darling. It's all them. If you're not doing anything yourself. Um, so they were talking, and Moniece just basically got up and left. It seems like they're on the rocks, and I don't know what's going on. I think AD just needs to be single and just do her thing and dip it and do it. I wonder what AD means. What do y'all think AD stands for? Y'all tell me in the comments. I feel like AD stands for Alyssa Denise. That's what I feel. Y'all type in the comments and tell me what y'all think AD stands for, and I'll give y'all a shout out next week's review. Okay, so let's see. So Marcus, A1, and James, I believe, which is Bridget Kelly's man, who she done cheated on 1,500 trillion gozillion times. But anyway, so they're at this club, dipping it and zoing it, having drinks. Then all of a sudden we see Hazel and Chanel West Coast. Hazel has on this latex dress. Tiara was right. Shouts out to Tiara. Hope rehab's doing well, according to the show. But Tiara was right about Hazel. She said that Hazel is a knockoff Miss Nikki baby. And she absolutely is. When I saw that damn latex nude dress, I was like, that's Miss Nikki baby. That's it. Slap a bow on her and call her Miss Nikki baby. So they're talking, shooting the shit at the bar. They started talking about Booby, and Hazel's just so thirsty over Booby, and she's so thirsty to try to get Booby to like notice her and all that shit. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? That damn Hazel. So Chanel West Coast was talking. She was just like, yeah. It was just like, do you know Brooke? Chanel, she had that encounter with Brooke a while back with the paralegal girl, Jade. And so she was just like, I don't know her, but I know of her. And she told her the situation. Hazel spotted A1. She was just like, oh, that's my girl Lyrical's man. Like, let's just go on over there and zoo it and try to get some things happening. So they pooch on over there. I can tell that A1, the way that he shook Chanel's hand, I felt like in my spirit that he knew her and he ended up knowing her. Um, we found out that way before A1, popped off as a producer, before he got anywhere, he was in the studio of French Montana apparently, and he mentioned to Chanel West Coast that they should do a song together. Basically, Chanel just kind of blew him off like he wasn't nothing, and so he threw that back up in her face. He was just like, I just can't work with you because of basically, how you did me back in the day, and I remember that shit. So that's why you don't bite the hand that feeds your child. Don't never think you too great or too grand for nobody, because that'll come back and bite you in the ass. I promise you. So he played her real good. Chanel West Coast, she's spinning there. Oh, I work with Ty Dolla Sign. Ty Dolla Sign gets thrown around on the show just constantly. I'm like, damn, is he that good? Y'all tell me in the comments what y'all know about Ty Dolla Sign. I don't know much about Ty Dolla Sign. I think he did one song that I like. I forgot with who. And Work From Home, Fifth Harmony. Work, 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 work. So after that, it's kind of blurry, darling. So anyway, she was like, "Oh, I done work with Snoop," and y'all said, "Y'all." A1 was just like, "Yeah, all of my homies, I know them." People love to name drop on these shows. Niggas love to brag. So even though she's not, whatever, she's Kabbalah Asian, but she's according to the, niggas let everybody in. So let's just say she's black, whatever. Not to me, but to whatever. Um, so she's talking to Hazel the whole time, had her head down, just rocking, just like, Lord, this little white girl, somebody come get her. And they was kind of playing her the whole time. She was just like, apparently, Charlemagne, the god, dissed Chanel West Coast at one point. I mean, who cares? But you know, she dissed him, and he dissed her, and she was just like, in my opinion, Charlemagne has did so many. So, I'm up there with the greats, with the Jay-Z's and the Tupacs and whomever else. I'm like, listen to this child here. That's a sickness. She been hanging around Hazel E too damn long to think that kind of shit. Um, so after they basically, started talking about Brooke, and Chanel called Marcus out. She was just like, all this shit that's going on with Brooke and Jade, like, you shouldn't be sitting here laughing. And that sparked up something in Hazel's spirit. And Hazel was just like, yeah, so what that little bitch Brooke doing? Like, I run LA, this is my city, if she want a girl fight, so what's up? And, I was just like, child, just a mess. I'm just like, Hazel, you was fishing for storylines and fishing for drama and fishing for a good lace front. It was just damn crazy. Um, so after that, uh, Bridget meets up with Marcus, Bridget Kelly. Apparently they've been knowing each other a while. You know how they do on these shows. Everybody be knowing each other from way back in the day. Oh, I heard of such and such. Oh, I was in the studio with such and such when they was there, but we ain't speak. Shut up. So they know each other, and Bridget and Brooke are frenemies, like I said earlier. And Bridget basically don't want Marcus to tell Brooke about this whole studio session, because she was just like, look, my loyalty lies with Marcus. I met Brooke through Marcus. So my loyalty is always to him. But you smiling all the way up in Brooke face getting camera time with her. So if you really don't like Brooke like that, why are you around her? Mess. And I thought you was a classy lady, Bridget. You just as ratchet, and you really are. What that song Ray J put on for your ass with the dollars flying up out your cooch? What was that song? Let me show you how your pussy work. No, that's Brian McKnight. What was your song? Whatever the stupid song is that Ray J got for your ass, you are that. I thought you was a classic. I thought you come from. I thought you was for the Whitneys and the Mariahs and the Celines and the Rethas and the Tonys. I thought you was a ball gown girl, but no, you're not that girl. Oh no, you're a fucking Miley Cyrus. Anyway, she just pissed me off with that. I was just like, oh, you're so shady. But Brooke is shady too, so whatever. Um, let's see. So they had the scene and they was talking, and Bridget specifically told Marcus, I do not want you to tell Brooke about this interaction. She was just like, y'all got drama and I want to stay out of this drama. So let's see. So we going on over to Booby's event, his big event where he's showcasing his songs and his music. I'm like, oh Lord, we have to sit through this, my God. Mm. So let's see. Brooke came in. She on this cute little number with this hat. Bridget was there with this uh olive green, forest green jumpsuit, one piece moment. It was pretty. So they're talking and shooting the shit. All and Brooke asked Bridget. She was like, "Have you seen Marcus?" And Bridget told that lie to her face and said, "No, I haven't seen him." Your lying ass. Ooh, child. I stay to myself. I swear I do. Um, so all of a sudden we have Chanel West Coast and Hazel E came in, and Brooke was just like, "Child, where is the exterminator for these critters that done came up in here?" I hollered. Brooke got some good one-liners. Brooke is funny. She probably ain't shit, but she is funny. Um, so they're talking and having moments, and then they show Booby. He gets out there. He pulls some girl up from off the stage from down low, and he's acting like he's having sex with her, and he's doing his song, "The sky above, the sky is blue. I feel your warmth when I look at you, your tender touch and your warm embrace. I want to hold you, baby. I want you in my face. Or whatever the fuck he was saying. I was just like, Lord. So after that, we have Hazel E basically attacked him. She ran all up on Booby. He was like, "Hey, Booby, how you doing?" He was just like, "Man, I'm so hot. How you doing?" She was just like, "Well, you should take off your jacket then. Why you still got it on anyway? Just being extra and just flirting and just being Hazel, child." Um, and all of a sudden we have Brooke that comes up because she see Hazel being thirsty. Brooke and Bridget. And Hazel was just like, "Oh, you got fans. Look behind the rope. Look, you got fans." And Brooke was just like, "Oh, I was just letting his fans get him an autograph." Talking about Hazel, just throwing shots back and forth. It was funny though. It was just very petty. And Brooke was just like, "I don't know you, sis. You need to stop. Who's Hoozle? Hoozle." She called her Hoozle, and she called her something else. Hazel, he just a mess. They be flipping it. They be flipping and flopping Hazel's name. I be falling out. But she give them a reason to, because she's so, this act she's putting on. It's just like it's draining. It's entertaining, but it's draining. So after that, they're just talking, going back and forth. And Booby tried to step in. He was just like, "Look, we met up like one time. Like, I know of you like that, but I don't know you like that. We ain't rock with each other." Hazel E trying to save face. I know we didn't, y'all. But Hazel E, why you trying to flirt with Booby and act like you want to sleep with him when you got Rose Burgundy, Rose Ruby? And Sales says, like, why don't you got a man that rub your feet and suck your eardrums out and all that shit? Like, why do you want Booby? So anyway, Brooke ended up trying to jump at Hazel. Hazel ended up, trying to jump back. And Chanel grabbed Hazel and they end up leaving. And before Hazel left, Hazel called Brooke Valentine. Oh, good. I just thought that was so damn funny. Oh my gosh. They're just so petty on this show. It's hilarious. So that's pretty much the end of the episode, y'all. And Booby ended up taking Brooke home, and y'all know what they did. And uh, Marcus said he done with Brooke and all that, but we'll see because they're all so petty. They just like to play with each other back and forth, and they're bored. So whatever. I believe I talked about everything, y'all. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at the Schemes on Instagram and Twitter, at the Schemes 89 on Snapchat, and Chase Schemes on Facebook and all that good stuff. All my social media moments will always be where, darling, in the bottom bar below. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. I love you so much. Bye bye.